I'm Will Hunter, and you're watching Fake Leaf coverage on the Fake Sports Network. Welcome back, Fake Sports fans. And if you're new to the channel, I'm Will Hunter, and this is my custom league. It's not the regular NHL, and you can check out my custom league rules in the description for context. And with that said, it's time for the Stanley Cup Final. We had the last two teams standing, our number 1 seed Toronto Maple Leafs versus the number 3 seed Florida Panthers. So let's have a look at the lineups and then get into game 1. First, an injury update for the Florida Panthers. Nicklas Lindstrom and Yanni Niederbach are both out for the season, and we won't be seeing them in this series. So, playing for Florida on the forward lines. On the first line is Pavel Dorofeyev, Quinton Byfield, and Timo Meier. On the second line is Filipino, Ryan Strome, and Andrei Burakovsky. On the third line is Johnny Busick, Patrick Marleau, and Kirby Dach. And on the fourth line, Shane Corson, Evan Rodriguez, and Brian Giunta. Playing on Florida's defensive pairs. On the first pair is Gary Suter with Luke Hughes. On the second pair is Charlie Huddy with Bruce Driver. And on the third pair, Ken Linsman with Warren Foegele. Starting in net is Glenn Hall with Dan Bouchard backing up. And their scratch players tonight are Johan Garpenlov, Nicklas Lidstrom, and Yanni Niederbach. Injury update for the Leafs. Mark Parrish is still out until about June 10th. And now Bobby Clarke is also out, pending evaluation as he re-aggravated his previous injury. So, playing for the Leafs forward lines. On the first line is Marcus Naslund, Eric Lindros, and Peter Bondra. On the second line, Alexander Burrows, Vincent Danfus, and Lanny McDonald. On the third line is Nikita Kabrenkin, Scott Lawton, and Glenn Murray. And on the fourth line, Zach Hyman, Jonathan Toews, and Marcus Johansson. Playing for Toronto's defensive pairs. On the first pair is Josh Morrissey with Adam Foote. On the second pair, Ivan Provorov with Eric Chernak. And on the third pair is Yusuf Alamaki with Tyler Myers. Starting in net is Dominic Hasek with Artur Sheila backing up. And their scratch players tonight are Damon Hunt, Mark Parrish, and Bobby Clarke.
The Stanley Cup Finals kick off tonight here on EA Sports. Welcome! And we are about set to drop the puck tonight. First 1-4 wins takes home the cup. It starts now. We're underway. Slides it diagonally to Meier. Slides the puck over. Tried to get too cute with it and loses possession.
Sometimes when you lose the puck, it's a product of trying to do too much. Sometimes keeping it simple is more effective.
Here's a short pass to Byfield. Lindros gains the zone. There's a shot. Oh, and he somehow got a little piece of it, and it stays out of the net.
What a fantastic save from a high-danger scoring area, James. And, I mean, he's bailing his team out. They have to do a better job of protecting the middle of the ice.
Toronto's won the faceoff, and that's broken up. Along the boards, they battle for the puck back and forth. Florida's got a hold of the puck now. And now it's over to Byfield. Rocked him in the open ice.
You want to send a message to your opponent early in the game, and that early delivery of a bone-crushing hit, that does just that.
Slides it back to the blue line. Huge play in his own end to come up with the puck. Toronto's got a hold of it along the wall. the fans are letting them hear it.
They're letting him hear it because they remember the overtime heroics last game, James, and they feel like he can do it again, and they're letting him know.
From the right side, they gain the zone. Moves around along the half wall. Oh, gets a blocker on it to turn it away. Shuts him down.
Just fantastic work by the goaltender, making consecutive saves. How athletic.
Can't get a hold of that pass. Oh, makes the save. That was a rocket. Dumps it in. Florida's got it from behind the net. Busic's got it in the defensive end. And he takes the feed. Denied by the goaltender.
Hasek's able to put that puck to the corner, and it really keeps the puck out of harm's way. No second shot opportunity.
Looks to make a play over to Murray. And makes the routine save. Along the half wall with the puck. Takes it from the other side of the blue line. Toronto's gained possession along the boards. Good fight for the puck along the boards. Moves it quickly over to Myers. Pushes it across to Murray. Whacks it into the offensive zone. Florida's got the puck along the wall. Slides it across to Marleau. And that pass is stolen. Puck is dumped in. That'll allow the defensive pairings to switch things up. Gionta stick handling in his own zone. Handles the pass from the right wing. Angles it over to Hyman. Quick pass to Lawton. Takes a shot. Oh, what a chance right there, but misses.
Well, creativity and good body positioning opens up that lane, but just sails it over.
Grabbed along the boards by Suter.
Hyman's been a workhorse tonight, James, and there's just another example of it, and the entire bench knows that they're invigorated by it. I mean, he's on his way down, he's stumbling, and he manages to find the puck and get a shot on net. That's tenacity at its best.
Florida's looking to break out of their own end. The Panthers move it in. Takes the feed. Florida's got a hold of it against the wall. And that play's broken up. Florida's got the puck in their own end. Looking to make something happen in the offensive zone. Huge steal in his own end. Jostling for the puck and it's knocked away. Tries to feed it over to Taves. He's got a step. Oh, denies him on the play.
And this is a great play by the tender to anticipate and get across to make that save. Listen, James, I think we got to count the number of hits tonight, and we'll be looking at that in the metrics because it is playoff time. It is time to shine, and you got to physically engage. That's right there is an example of it.
Past the midway mark of the frame. Still no score in this one. And off the draw, they win possession. Burakovsky's moving the puck through his own zone. Hard hit frees up the puck. Passes the puck over to Lindros. And that pass is redirected. Quick shot! Denied by the goaltender.
Well, you don't make the save if you're not dialed in and focused. That's exactly what he is. He's following the puck and just makes that save. It's incredible, really, because you got to be athletic to be able to react that quickly.
And skilled use of the stick to poke the puck away. The Leafs cross the blue line and are on the attack. That's a textbook save by Hall. Puck is frozen, and we get a stoppage in play. Teams are ready to go, and we're about moments away from puck drop. Toronto's got it, and they're on the attack. And he stands tall in goal. The Panthers move the puck in the defensive zone. Myers got it along the wing. And he connects with the long bomb. Moves it to Taves. And makes the save. And that goes off the post and out.
Oh, a great chance there, James, and an opportunity to get the go-ahead goal, but the pipe gets in the way, and it says, not today.
Toronto's moving it along the wing. Quick pass to Dorofeev. The Leafs have it behind the net. Tries to get it to Hyman. Here they come on the attack. Picked up along the boards by Fogle. Taken by Byfield. Through the middle of the ice, they enter the attacking zone. The Leafs will play it in their own end. Puck scooped up by Linsman. Slides into Fogle. Byfield. Great use of the stick in the defensive end by Fogle. Grabs control of it at the point. Works it across to Lindros. Just a great defensive read there. Toronto's got the puck. The Panthers have it in the offensive zone. Toronto's got the puck. Along the side, here they come through the neutral zone. And he lowers the boom!
That's a huge hit. It's a message sending, James. I mean, you want your opponent to hear footsteps, right? Be looking on either side and making sure that you're wearing him down. He does exactly that with that huge hit.
And nearing the final 60 seconds of this opening stanza. The Panthers take possession in the defensive end. A little crashing and banging forces the turnover. Moves the puck across to Byfield. Long reach breaks up the momentum. Puck grab by Byfield. Looking to make something happen along the boards. There he is from the slot.
Oh, Quentin Byfield. In the dying seconds of the period.
Well, coaches always say the
That
first
hurts.
minute and the last minute of every period are critical. Well, now they've got momentum heading into the next frame. They got to carry it forward. We all know that goals in the playoff series are so difficult to come by, James, as the ice closes up and everyone's playing urgent and physical. They got the first one here. That's a good way to start.
The Panthers finally get the game's first goal here in the late goings of this frame. What are they doing right here, Cheryl?
Well, I think they're being aggressive, James. I mean, they've got that attack mentality. They're not sitting back, and now that they put one in, it's about staying the course. They'll need to get to this intermission and talk about continuing to push towards that end goal.
And with the buzzer, that puts a bow on the first 20 minutes of play. We've got lots more still to come. Second period action next, right here.
Well, the Leafs were playing well until the very end there. Now they find themselves down a goal and need to tie this up in the second. Let's hope they can find this tying goal.
Opening face-off for period number 2, about set to go. Second frame is underway as the puck is dropped. Well, we've seen a pretty good sample size already played thus far. Cheryl, your assessment.
Both goaltenders playing with a ton of confidence, James, and the players are going to have to figure out how to squeak one by. I think there needs to be more net front presence. They're seeing everything tonight. It's only 1-0.
Sends a pass over. Knocks the puck loose after a solid hit. Slides it diagonally to Dorofeev. Through the neutral zone up along the wing. Return pass. Takes it into the slot. Hall's going to give everyone a chance to breathe and hang on to the puck.
One of the most difficult things to do in hockey is manage the pulse of the game. And when you're trailing, you got to find ways to get back in it, to fuel, to ignite yourself, to push and dictate pace. Well, that hit right there is sending a very clear message that they're still in it.
Lots of time left in this period. Florida's up 1-0. The Panthers win the draw. Toronto's got possession of the puck. Stones him in front. Slides that one right across the blue line. Down the right wing and into the offensive zone. Beats it over. Stopped by the goaltender. Toronto's got the puck along the boards. Shot! And he makes the save.
Great positioning by the goaltender to redirect it to the corner, getting it out of danger.
Loses the coverage there. Oh, and he steps up with the glove to stop that one.
Byfield's playing with such confidence right now, and he's got this point streak going. And when that's happening for you, you're having a ton of fun putting up the points.
Officials are in position, and both teams are getting ready as they get set for another face-off here. Here he is, wristed on net. Denies him in front. Takes that pass back to the point. And not much on that one. Feeds the puck up to Murray. Shot! Turned aside with the glove by Hall. here as he wins the draw inside the offensive zone. Hall's got the puck and will hang on for the whistle.
Well, he hasn't been busy, James, but he makes a key save right there. Really important that he keeps his head in focus in the game.
Still lots of time left here in this frame. The Panthers have taken a 1-0 lead. And he takes a shot, and he gets it. And here comes the knight in shining armor.
Here we go. Myers versus
and you're looking down, you see that
Kirby
one of
Doc.
the players is injured, you have to defend them.
And Valimaki's injured.
Well, is this one of those analogies, you mess with the bull, you get the horns?
And it's Myers with the knockout.
It's certainly sending a message, isn't it, James? I mean, really, it's about retribution and governance and what happens within the rink and trying to make sure that this gets settled here and there, and hopefully it's done.
Well, looks like the officials have got all the debris off the ice, and we're back to getting some hockey going again. The Leafs win the draw. Now let's see what they can do with it. Puck sails onto the bench, sending a few people ducking. And they win that draw at center. The Leafs gain possession along the wall. Shot! There's the whistle as the puck stopper elects to hang on. Official signals for the players to get into position, and we're about ready to drop the puck. The Leafs win that offensive zone face-off. Goaltender covers up. We got a stoppage in play. The Leafs have time to work with, but they need to convert on one of these scoring chances as they are trailing here in the second. Taves has got possession. Let's see what they can do with it now. Hall's going to hang on for a whistle.
Let's have a look at that last hit. I mean, that was absolutely huge, James. You know that this is a momentum changer. You can see the bench erupt with that one.
Inching closer to the midway mark of the period. Florida's ahead 1-0. Taves won the draw, and they'll start off on the attack. And he takes the feed. Comes up with the stop. They are really buzzing here in the offensive end. And finally they get it out of their own end. And here they go in transition. Stoppage in play as the puck goes up and over. We'll get a face-off. Toronto's got it in the defensive zone. Here's a race for the loose puck. There's the whistle, icing the call. Big face-off looming. Toronto's going to start with the puck in their own end.
Huge win by the center to give his team an opportunity to get out of the zone after a critical icing.
Oh, what a save on the one-timer! And the puck's kicked free. Florida's got it in their own zone. Strome's crossed the line and is on the attack now. Oh, and it stays out. He got a piece of that one. Toronto's got the puck in the defensive end. Angles it over to McDonald. Slides the puck across to Hyman. Tries to feed it over to Hedl. The Leafs gain possession in their own end. Gaining momentum along the wing. Great little poke check by the goaltender there. Moves the puck. They put the puck into the offensive end. Florida's got a hold of the puck now. Toronto's got the puck inside the defensive zone. Here they come up along the wing. And not much on that one.
Hall's made a great save, and even better is the redirect to the corner.
Here they come on the attack. Stopped by the goaltender. We got a whistle as the puck's frozen. Well past the midway mark of this period, the Panthers lead it 1-0. And they win the defensive zone faceoff. Florida's grabbed a hold of the puck. Fires it into the offensive zone. Quick feed to Lindros. Toronto's looking to break out. Sends the pass over. And he gets just enough to keep it out. The Leafs have it in the offensive end. Dished on over to Chernak. Here's a short pass to Busick. The Panthers pick up steam and are on the attack. Forces the turnover in the defensive zone. Takes the feed. And we're going to get a face-off after the offside. The Leafs trail here in period number 2, but it hasn't been for a lack of effort. All sorts of scoring chances. Lindros wins the draw on their own end. Takes the feed from the left side. Fires it on net with the stop. Moves it quickly over to Meyer. Moves it around along the half wall. Meyer's taken down to the ice. We got a penalty coming up. Here comes the official's call. The Leafs are going to be shorthanded because of a tripping call.
Tough spot to be in. You need momentum, and you give it back by going on the PK when you're trailing by 1.
The Panthers will have a chance to get on the power play for the first time this evening.
First power play opportunity for this team. It's going to start in the face-off circle, getting possession with the win, and then looking to set up.
Beautiful read in the defensive end by Chernak. Puck slid down the ice. Slides it up to Meyer. Carries the puck through the neutral zone. Chance in front. Denies them in close.
I really like this save, James, because he challenges the shooter who's all alone in the slot area. He turns aside a real dangerous opportunity.
Hito's looking to win this draw on this man advantage here. Toronto's got the win off that draw. Oh, bold move by the goaltender as he pokes it away. Picked up along the wall by Busick. Trying to come up with a huge defensive play to get this puck out of his own end. The Panthers have it against the wall. Takes the pass. Toronto's got a chance to work the transition game now, shorthanded. And they'll dump it in. The Panthers gain control of the puck. Good battle along the boards for the puck. Quick pass across to Hughes. Florida's in now. And he takes the pass. An attempt to clear the puck from deep inside his own end. And that's off the glass and out.
And there's one non-negotiable if you're going to be on a PK, James, and that is you got to get the clear, and this is done perfectly.
Tosses it to Hito. And just like that, comes up with the puck. Great little flick of the stick. Works it across to Burrows. Cuts to the front. Glove save by Hall.
A fantastic save, James. He's all over it. What I mean by that is he knows exactly where it is and where it's moving. A reason why he can get square to it and make the save.
Here in the lane going to the frame. We got a 1-0 game to this point. Florida's looking to break out of their own end. They gain the offensive zone from the middle. And that's wide of the net. Toronto's got it in their own zone. Along the half wall with the puck. Oh, he gets a blocker on it. What a stop by Hall.
Myers back on the ice. He gets a shot on net, showing his true value when he is on the ice and can play the game. I mean, he just served the 5-minute major for fighting.
The Leafs have had no shortage of good looks so far tonight, but they still trail here as we approach the second intermission. And they win the draw here in their own end. Gets the full use of his stick on the poke check. Oh, you might call that friendly fire as it goes off one of his teammates. The Panthers take it along the wall. Battle ensues for that loose puck along the boards. Takes the feed moving in. Into the middle of the neutral zone. Centering pass in front. And got stopped. brings the period to an end. All right, third period just around the corner. We'll get a clean sheet of ice. I'm going to get more popcorn, and we're coming back with much more next.
Overall, good period for the Leafs. They kept Florida off the board, kept the score the same, but they're still down a goal looking to tie it up. Let's see if they can do this in the third.
Welcome back to EA Sports, your home for all things hockey. Sabalski, Pounder, and here comes the third. Here we go. Put up or shut up for both teams here in this third period. We are underway. All right, partners, summarize what you've seen so far tonight.
The Leafs are behind in this game, James, and there's only one reason, a hot goaltender. I mean, they're creating a ton of scoring chances, a lot of room on the ice. They know when to drive the play, but they just haven't been able to solve the tending.
Puts it on net. Oh, I thought he was going to be beaten, and he somehow got a piece of that.
Klasik's been a difference maker tonight here, James. And if you look at the sequence of saves, making the ones that you have to, right? The timeliness of it, finding ways to keep the puck out, and that just infuses confidence throughout the entire group. And you can often see it in the next shift after a big save.
Still plenty of time left in this frame. 1-0 is where we sit at this point. Byfield's won the draw deep in the defensive zone. They go on the attack through center. Puck sent down the ice. We'll get an icing. The Leafs have looked good tonight, but they still trail here early in this third period despite leading in the shot department. And as the puck is dropped, they win the draw here inside the defensive zone. From the point, looks to make something happen. Hughes moves it ahead.
Suter's fighting through an injury, really laboring to get to the bench here. He's going to look to finish his shift, but he's really struggling.
The Leafs have it now. Gaining steam here on the attack. And there's the save.
Well, a nice save by the goaltender, and even better is that he redirects the puck to the corner to safety.
Goaltender covers it up, and we'll get a reset here.
Suter's finding a way to limp himself back to the bench here and finish his shift, but man, it's been a tough one. He got injured somewhere in the midst of it, showing a lot of heart and passion here as he's committed to staying on the ice for his team.
Moments away from the face-off. Let's get back to the action. Toronto's got it in the offensive zone. Gets a hold of the puck here at his own end. The Panthers played along the wing. Slides it diagonally to Strome. And that's broken up. Right up the gut. Here they go. That's just textbook positioning to break up the play. Florida's got possession at center. Toronto's got control of it now from their own end. Moves it to Burrows. Moves the puck along the half wall. Fires it. Stones him on the play. Lots of time left in this period. 1-0 the score. Marlowe's gained possession and his great work inside the face-off circle pays off again. And that puck leaves the zone. Receives the pass. Things starting to get a little physical out there. Hall's got the puck, and we'll get a stoppage in play.
Well, and this is a huge play right here, just recognizing the tempo of the game and being able to dictate it. He's done it all night.
Still a lot of time left in the period as we approach the midway mark. We've got a 1-0 hockey game thus far. Oh, one of his teammates was right in the shooting lane there. And he passes it up ahead to Giunta. Throws it in. The Leafs get a hold of the puck along the boards. We got a whistle as the puck sails into the bench. Toronto's been the better team tonight, in my opinion, but still, they trail here in the third period despite having the advantage in shots. Florida's won the faceoff at center. Offside the call. We'll get a faceoff coming up. Centers glide into the dot as the faceoff ready to resume play. the draw. They win the faceoff. Handles the pass at center. Great extension on his part to poke it away. Handles the pass. Toronto's got a hold of it along the wall. Delayed penalty coming up here. Quick whistle stops the play. And coach is looking for an explanation here from the official.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting the refs here because he wants to know why his team is being penalized more often, and it's clearly having a factor in the game.
How does Bondra get a cross-checking penalty when he didn't even have two hands on his stick?
Well, they haven't scored on the power play yet, man. It is a tough thing to do, and this is an earned opportunity. They practice, they know what they're doing. It'll come.
Great save from it tight.
Does a great job with some great pushes to get to the top of his crease and make the save from a high-danger area.
And a great save.
Well, these are the saves when you know that your goaltender is dialed in, James. The ability to get to the top of the crease and be square to the shooter, that's a great save.
Company still short-handed here as they get ready for the face-off. Byfield's won the face-off here in the offensive zone. And play rolls on as he came up with a nice stop there. Toronto's got it across the line. Can't keep a hold of it. It's a contact sport, people. There's proof right there. The Panthers gain control of it. Across the line, down the left wall. Stopped by the goaltender. Strung along the boards, they battle for the puck. Takes a shot with the stop. And he comes up big again.
You can certainly tell that the goaltender is dialed in on that last sequence of saves, James. He's to position, so he finds a way to make multiple saves back-to-back.
Goes right to the crease. Considered a win for the penalty killers as the power play fails to execute.
Finding ways to get it done, James. That's what the PK unit does here, and they give their team life as they're still within reach of this game.
From behind the net. Quick pass to Johansson. And he comes up with a stop there. And some fancy footwork to kick it over to his teammate. Through center along the wing. The Panthers going to work on offense.
Oh, Patrick Marleau.
Back-to-back goals.
I think that's going to seal it.
Switching momentum and putting your opponent on their heels and getting two in a row. Back-to-back. Here they come. But when you're in tight to the net, you don't have much margin of error here. And he's able to find the back of the net. It's all about accuracy, not necessarily how hard the shot is. The coach has some choice words for his bench right now, and you can just see the negativity on his face and on his demeanor because his team really didn't come ready to play. Now they're trailing in this game. They got a mountain to climb.
Florida's extended the lead to 2 goals now in this third period.
Oh, yeah, and it certainly changes the mindset. I think everyone can exhale with that 2-goal cushion now, but it's also about staying aggressive. Listen, if you have the puck, your opponent doesn't, and they can't be a threat.
The Leafs gain possession. Lindros moves the puck. The Panthers take possession in the defensive end. Here they come. Quick feed to foot. The Leafs are across the line and into the offensive end. Takes a shot. Oh, how did he stop that? What a save by Hall. Burakovsky's got it against the boards. Reads it perfectly in the defensive end.
Game management is everything, and you have to be aware of exactly what that is. And you can't take risks in a game where you're leading. You have to find a way to protect the lead.
Toronto's got the puck in their own end. Here we go. Puck's in deep. Takes the feed from the wing.
It's been a low-scoring affair, James, but it's been entertaining on both sides, just unable to finish. And as an athlete, this can be very frustrating. You're squeezing the stick tighter and tighter with every miss.
Here's a short pass to Murray. And that shot dies in traffic. Fogel's lugging the puck. Back to the point it goes. Hall's got the puck and hangs on for a whistle here in this third period.
Well, he's been outstanding all game, James. He's the reason why his team is leading in this one, and elects with a good decision to get the face-off.
Swoops in off the wing to grab the puck after the centerman tied him up. Big stop by the goaltender right in front.
Love the way the goaltender gets tight to the shooter here. The puck's in a low slot. You want to take away time, you want to take space. Goaltender does it, makes the save.
The Leafs are running out of time to even things up here. They've had plenty of scoring chances, but they trail late in the third. Sends it over to Marlowe. Florida's got a hold of the puck now. Takes the puck at the point. The Leafs look to start the transition game. Handles the puck. Sends it in deep. The Panthers gain possession along the wall. Angles it over to Linsman. And now he tries to get it across to Doc. Great defensive play to come up with the puck. Sends it out in front. And that doesn't connect. He grabs the puck here at the point. And will get the whistle after the goaltender hangs on. Getting into the later stages of this period, the Panthers are currently sitting in the driver's seat leading 2-0. Toronto's going to start with the puck inside the offensive zone. Florida's got the puck inside the defensive zone. And all alone on the breakaway. Score!
Oh, what the hell was Lawton doing there? He just stopped skating.
This entire play is fantastic, James. Speed, reading the play, and he recognizes he's got a ton of time, freezes the tender, and buries it home. Well, this breakaway is perfectly executed, James. He knows his bread and butter is his great shot, and he sees an opening, and he takes it.
The Panthers probably don't want this game to end the way things have gone here. And I know we're in period number 3, but Cheryl, what a night.
Yeah, it's been terrific right from puck drop, and they've been consistent throughout the game, and consistency is always a word that coaches talk about. And if they can finish this off with this nice lead, that's the word the coach is going to be preaching after the game.
Oh, Glenn Murray blows the shutout.
Sometimes it feels like you're never going to put one
It's going to
in.
be too little too late, but
Miss it, but they get one
at least it's not a shutout.
Sometimes when the floodgates open, many come. We're going to take this replay back to where it all began, and it's going to be on the hit. I mean, in that contact zone that separates a player from puck. I mean, if you don't make this hit, you don't get possession, and there's no score.
Toronto's got one back, but Cheryl, they need more.
They need more, and they're going to have to pay the price to get to the paint, the most coveted spot on the ice, fight through traffic, and find a way to get the puck to the net.
Florida's got it along the wall. Oh, wow, changing directions and a stick save there.
I love how aggressive he plays the shooter on the inner slot here, James. He knows that he's got to take away the net, so he gets out and challenges to make the save.
Here's a chance! And they'll cover it up, forcing a stoppage in play.
Dorofiev's been on it all night, and as you can see here, the grade A chances just piled up, and finally he broke through here, James. He didn't get frustrated. What I loved about it was he continued to get to the right spots. If you're getting good looks, at some point, it's eventually going to go in.
The Leafs are running out of time as they trail late in this third period. Inside of the final minute here in the third. Koshik's opted to hang on to the puck for a faceoff. In the final moments of this period, Toronto still down by 2 goals in this one. The Panthers win the faceoff. Florida's got the puck along the wall. Smart heads up play to neutralize the threat.
That's both poor puck and game management, James. When you're up, you want to make sure that you protect the lead. Just a product of trying to do too much.
A chance to end it. Can't get it to go. Feeds it up ahead.
That's how you get north in a hurry. Fantastic stretch pass.
Picked off. And that skips away on a nice defensive deflection. Scooped up along the wall by Burakovsky. Wide open net. Beautiful defensive effort. Slides it up front. Toronto's on the attack. Thompson with the glove.
I don't think we talk often enough about the skill of balance on your edges. I mean, he is able to manipulate because he is so strong. He's able to hold on to the puck even though the defenders are right on him.
The Panthers win the draw. Final horn is sounded, bringing this one to an end. Look, a series is not won or lost with the opening game, but Cheryl, I'd much rather have that win.
Yeah, everyone would, wouldn't they? I mean, it's such a long season. You play it, but then when you get to the playoffs, there's a different set of nerves. There's energy. You're in a series that's do or die, and you got to figure out a way to get on top. To get that first game under your belt just settles everyone in, and you've got the leg up now on your opponent.
Real nice start. What a night. You got to love the intensity of the playoffs, and we will see you down the road at the next game. It's playoff time, baby. Good night from all of us here at EA Sports.
Disappointing start to the series for the Leafs, even though they outshoot Florida 38-26. Florida out-hits Toronto 41-32. Toronto has more time in attack, better pass percentage, won the faceoffs 25-17. Florida got the only two power plays in the game, going 0 for 2. For the box scores for Toronto, you had Lott and Gulbenkian with assists, and Murray with a goal. And Hasek made 23 saves on 26 shots, 3 goals allowed for an .885 save percentage. For Florida, you had Dorofeyev, Byfield with goals, Corson, Fogle with assists, and Marleau with a goal. And Glenn Hall made 37 saves on 38 shots, 1 goal allowed for a .974 save percentage. And your 3 stars of the night, Pavel Dorofeyev, Quinton Byfield, and Glenn Hall. With the loss, Florida now leads the series 1-0. So remember to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next game for Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Finals between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Florida Panthers.